Homelessness is becoming an increasing problem in Adelaide. Why do we have it, and what can be done to reduce it? What would cause someone to have to live on the streets for their entire life? What would cause a family to have to beg for money just to provide food for themselves? We went around Adelaide and talked to multiple experts and asked them the same question. Why do we have homelessness, and what can be done to reduce it?
Well, there's about 143 people at last count sleeping rough in Adelaide at the moment, so we have quite a few rough sleepers in the CBD. Throughout the whole of South Australia, I think it's just under 6,000 people experiencing homelessness.
A lot of people have the attitude they've made that choice and they should pull themselves together, get a job and get on with it. There are many, many causes of homelessness. My son had a brain injury, and that's a big factor in homelessness. People make very poor choices after a brain injury. Addictions are another cause, whether it's drugs, alcohol, gambling. Domestic violence accounts for 49% of homelessness. Mental health issues, and as I always say, if they don't have mental health issues, when they hit the streets, they very quickly will develop them.
Homelessness is growing. It's a hard problem. Financially, there is people suffering.
I always say to people, my homeless don't get up in the morning to go to a job they even hate. They have nothing to look forward to. They have no purpose. They lack self-esteem and they're often very damaged in many ways. So the drugs or the alcohol often are secondary to them being homeless. As I say, it quells their demons because they have nothing, as I say. In Australia, approximately 1 in 200 people are homeless, with 29% of those being under the age of 18. There are over 14,000 kids in Australia under the age of 12 who are homeless. So how many students, pupils would be at this school? Okay, so statistically, 4 of those kids are going to end up homeless.
Only about 6% of people who are homeless are the people you see lying on the street. There's a lot more people couch surfing in shelters, in cars, temporary accommodation, whatever it may be. That's the homeless situation is a lot larger than what you actually see on the street. So what you see on the street is only a small percentage of true homelessness.
So brain injury, drug and alcohol, gambling, domestic violence, mental health, but also we have a problem in that there is a lack of affordable housing. And if we have nowhere to house people, they're homeless. On the housing list wait right now, it can be up to 30 years. You know, some people are housed in a coffin by that time.
There are over 17,000 children under the age of 12 left homeless every year. That also means 17,000 children don't get access to basic needs or school.
The Adelaide City Council are pretty intolerant of the homeless. Every day they go and pull down their camps in the South Parklands.
Within Adelaide, we are attacking homelessness as an organisation from the state government level through to the agencies under a project called the Zero Project. That project is a project that's looking at offering housing to homeless people, support through rebuilding their lives, moving forward into training and education and health services. It's early days of it, it's only just started this year. So we're starting to find that people who have been long-term homeless are starting to be housed, but it's only the very beginning. There's still a large pool of people that need assistance, and there's also a revolving door of people needing assistance.
We also provide community here at the West Care Centre for people experiencing homelessness. So they can drop in, they can get some breakfast, they can get a lunch, they can do their washing, they can have a shower, they can have community activities. And we try to take a strengths-based approach as well. We try to discover what their strengths are, their abilities, and so that they realise that they're more than someone just experiencing homelessness at the moment. They have strengths, abilities, and we try to build on those to help transition them out of that situation that they're in.
We support the Zero Project in any way we can. We support homeless advocacy, education, and we do our, from the City Salvos point of view, we do our dinners twice a week, just feed people who are homeless, clothe people who are homeless, give them a safe place to belong, have people who walk alongside of them and support people who are homeless, check up on them, make sure that they have a worker, they have application in for housing, and it's no good just offering something to someone who's in a vulnerable situation. You need to support them and you need to walk alongside of them. So our view is we are there to walk alongside of someone from their journey for homelessness, through to housing, through to education, and hopefully through to employment and rebuilding their lives.
There are many organisations such as the Hutt Street Centre and the Salvation Army that work to reduce the amount of people experiencing homelessness every night. They provide adequate housing and food for the homeless community. We believe that if these charity centres continue, we will be one step closer to making Adelaide the first city in Australia to have zero homelessness.